Undaria is a kelp indigenous to the cold temperate coastal regions of Japan, China, Korea and southeast Russia. As an invasive pest around the globe, and it's been spread around the world by international shipping. A few decades ago it was introduced seaweeds species to Tasmanian waters. In Southeast Asian countries the seaweed is known as wakame and it's treated as a delicacy. It's considered a sea vegetable. So here we are at Kitchen Stadium and we're about to, just got our seaweed in there, we're just going to rinse it out into the fresh water. There we go, just give it a quick rinse like that. You can see that head on there, the cabbagey part is quite an amazing looking thing really. It's the only seaweed in our waters that's got it because it's introduced, and we'll just let that soak for a while and get rid of all the salt out of it. Right, so here we are back at Kitchen Stadium. We cut the head off and that gets washed up and chucked on the gardener's fertiliser. Chuck that in there. Then we've got the other little bits and pieces. We want this core section, this main section here. What we want to do is we want to grab this here, and what we'll do is we'll just tear off the leaves. And we'll go through those in a moment. As you can see, there's plenty of those to go around. This is actually quite a nice looking piece, this one. And as we get closer to the end, it gets a bit tattered, it looks a bit rough and ready. So you throw them out. That stuff there can go back on the gardener's fertiliser. You don't chuck it back in the water because it's actually an introduced species, so we don't want to spread any more than it already has. Now you can see the colour of the brown, and that's the way that it is coming out of the water. It's been washed off. You can see some of this is mottled looking stuff, so you don't really want to keep that. You want to throw that away. The really nice fresh stuff looks really healthy, so it's a healthy seaweed. You don't want any of the stuff that doesn't look healthy. That's probably not good for you. So over here we've got our boiling water, okay, and that's just on the cooker. That'll start boiling in a moment. We've got some fresh water in the bowl to see the colour. Now when we put it in there, you're going to see how dramatic the colour change is. As soon as it's blanched it goes bright green, really healthy looking material. Right, so now we're going to blanch it. Okay, so you can see the colour that goes in, and it goes in brown, and then automatically comes out. Look at the green it comes out as. Just going to let that swim around in there. It'll cool the water down. That's all we need to do. So it comes out, you can see that colour, goes into the cold water. Okay, what an amazing colour this stuff is. And just going to let that blanch again. Goes in, boils up a bit more. Actually cooled the water out. Look at the colour, just look at the colour of that, it's fantastic. There's a bit of grey stuff, brown stuff, chuck that in the garden. There's a little bit more, just waiting for that to go. That beautiful crisp green colour, it's just such a healthy looking colour. Unbelievable stuff. Look at that, just look at that. It's got a bit of brown on it. Chuck the brown out, you just cut that off. Now we're going to put a big piece in there now. There we go, a bit more as well. You can throw a few of these in and just swish that around a little bit. And that's just blanching it. Look at the colour, it's just amazing stuff. Doesn't that look healthy stuff? That's far better than your salad greens out of the garden. It's just amazing, absolutely amazing. And it just looks so healthy. It's still warm, but it's been blanched. You can see the colour difference in that. It's really healthy stuff, really healthy stuff. So you can go through this and pick out little bits and pieces. Look, there's a little bit of fancy little bit of leaf there, but cut up or just sitting on a side serve like that. You just eat it like that. You can chuck it on a burger. It's got a bit of a interesting taste to it. It's actually not furry, it's just like rubber but softer, and it'll just chew off in your mouth. But look at the colour of it. It's beautiful stuff. Everyone should be eating it, and yeah, it's great stuff. Wakame fronds are green and have a subtly sweet flavour and slippery texture. It's high in nutritional value, containing high levels of calcium, iodine, thiamine, niacin, iron, vitamin B12 and protein. It's also a rich source of healthy acids. A compound in this plant can burn fatty tissue, even around internal organs. In Oriental medicine, it has been used for blood purification, intestinal strength, skin, hair, reproductive organs and menstrual cycle regularity. Undaria is an amazing superfood and we all should be using it to our benefit. In Asia and Europe, wakame is distributed either dried or salted and used in soups like miso soup, but it's also best served fresh. Very rare in some of these countries to get it fresh, but here in Tasmania we've got it. In salads such as tofu salad, or even as a side dish to tofu, or a salad vegetable like cucumber. Here in Australia it's great in salads as a side vegetable for seafood. With barbecue chicken it tastes great, and it's fantastic with any beef or lamb burger. In some countries it's popularly consumed by women after giving birth, as it contains a high content of calcium and iodine, nutrients that are important for nursing mothers. It's also traditionally eaten on birthdays for this reason, a reminder of the first food that the mother has eaten and passed on to her newborn through her milk, thus bringing good fortune for the rest of the year. It's used in condiments and chutneys, soups, salads, pastas, medically given in capsule form as a dietary supplement. It's even used in bathing and skincare treatments, soaps and oils, skin cleansers and toner products, detoxifying facial products, day and night creams and tooth cleaning products. It's also used in fertilisers and agricultural treatments. It's farmed around the world and can be used industrially to decontaminate toxins in waterways. All Tasmanians should know about it and we should be using it.